Had COVID not happened, I would have never made that step.
Was really the nail in the coffin, I would say.
Small businesses reflect on 5 years since the Covid pandemic as some call for more government support ahead of April tax rises. As this week marks 5 years since the first Covid lockdown, the Federation of Small Businesses say it's seen 500,000 firms lost to the pandemic and is urging the government for more support as tax rises loom next month. Our Work and Money correspondent Megan Owen has spoken to London business owners about both the highs and lows of an unprecedented time here in the capital.
This model networking event in Lewisham is a product of Covid. Believe it or not, what is now an events and hospitality business started off as a Caribbean takeaway in lockdown, when founder Maya gave up her job as a professional netball player.
We was just a little takeaway spot out of a small flat in Hatfield. Then we started to cater for events, whether that be personal or private, and we've gone from 1 employee to 50.
One of those is Maya's grandfather, Tony, who is also the company's first investor.
He gave a very gracious the first £150 investment that we ever had. That bought our first fryer, our first batch of tools and tongs. So yeah, he is a big part of this business and he's been alongside it ever since.
I think more granddads should really get involved in something like this because it's very self-satisfying.
As some doors opened, others closed.
Here we are, outside the former Red Cup Cafe.
Henal takes me back to the spot where he opened his cafe with his wife Rena 10 years ago.
It was like our little baby. We were here 7 days a week.
The cafe became a community hub in Covid.
Helping out with the hospital, with the doctors and nurses, giving them coffees, teas, biscuits, sweets. I look at the joyous moments that we had from it, the ability to serve people.
The cafe signed up to Eat Out to Help Out, a scheme run by then Chancellor Rishi Sunak, which offered 50% off meals to help boost the hospitality industry, and received a government loan, which they paid off. Despite this, the business closed its doors in 2022.
It was devastating at the time because we were just building more momentum and getting past the Covid situation. But food prices and the cost of energy was really the nail in the coffin, I would say.
In order to survive, some businesses had no choice but to adapt, like Penny, who's been a knitwear designer for 38 years.
Before Covid, I ran my business in Camden Lock and I had people come to my shop from all over the world. So I'll show you how this works.
During Covid, she shut her shop and now sells her clothes online from her home studio.
Online is much harder than selling direct face-to-face because you can't show people how beautiful the garments are.
With some thriving and others just surviving, the Federation of Small Businesses says it's seen 500,000 of them lost to the pandemic, with looming tax changes threatening further closures.
In April, minimum wage and employer national insurance are set to rise. Yet more challenges for those businesses who've weathered the Covid storm.
Well, government needs to be on the side of small businesses, particularly this growth agenda. You've seen the Employment Rights Bill coming down the line, and a lot of those changes are going to have a big impact on small businesses. Day one rights, for instance, statutory sick pay. No, there's no rebates available for small businesses.
A spokesperson said the government knows the vital importance of small businesses to our economy and are protecting the smallest businesses from the employer national insurance rise and late payments and capping corporation tax.
So we want you to start getting accustomed to cameras.
For some businesses, Covid was just the beginning. For others, it marked the end of the road. Either way, it's brought lessons and change.
And Megan joins me now. As you mentioned, there's further change to come in a few weeks' time in April. What can businesses in London expect?
Well, quite simply, Riz, it's going to be more expensive and more complex to hire staff. So first of all, we're expecting the national minimum wage to go up from £11.44 to £12.21. Now, shortly after that, we'll also see a rise in employer national insurance contributions from 13.8% to 15%, and that is on workers' earnings earns above £175 a week. Now, some businesses hope that the extension to employers' allowance, which is the amount that employers can claim back from their national insurance bill, will help to offset that. But we're also expecting 75% current relief on business rates, which is charged on most non-domestic properties such as pubs and shops, replaced by a 40% discount for retail, for hospitality and for leisure companies. Now, that will see some businesses, the business rates more than double. Now, the government says that this is a once in a parliament budget, which will help wipe the slate clean. But business owners are telling me that this is going to be their toughest year yet.
OK, for now, thank you. Megan Owen there.